Here we have a UCI student in their natural habitat, carefully listening to a lecture and making the most out of their higher education.
Welcome to Coloring 101. Today's going to be a very rigorous lecture. We're going to try to color inside the lines.
Wait, is he playing a game?
Let's go!
That enthusiasm is greatly appreciated. That's what I like to see.
As college students, we have all seen firsthand the way the COVID-19 pandemic has changed the way we use technology. Because of the pandemic, video conferencing tools such as Zoom have affected crucial parts of our lives, especially education. Many instructors started to adopt a flipped classroom model in which students learn more content independently at home and then reinforce it in class Zoom meetings, which has reduced the physical and face-to-face interaction between students and instructors. In this video, we will discuss the social implications of Zoom on both students and faculty, such as changes in student engagement, effects on low-income and disabled students, and feelings of fatigue and social disconnection among faculty.
The shift to using Zoom for classes has led to students and faculty members feeling significantly tired from using such technologies, and the term Zoom fatigue was coined for this observation. Both students and teachers typically prefer in-person education over virtual. When it comes to education in a virtual environment, students face difficulties in learning effectively. For example, in interviews conducted on students at a university, one student explained that students are hesitant to ask questions during their Zoom lectures since others have their microphones muted and their videos turned off. However, as noted by teachers, the ability to chat using text on Zoom led to students who were hesitant on speaking during in-person classes to participate more in the virtual classes via text. So, the effect of Zoom on classroom participation is not black and white.
One part that is not so black and white, however, was the impact of stay-at-home orders on low-income families. Although remote learning worked well enough for schools and most students, those from low socioeconomic backgrounds suffered as they had less access to important resources such as a stable internet connection or technology that could reliably run Zoom. There could also be further issues for students such as poor living conditions, overcrowded households, or any other situation that could impact the student's ability to study. Because of these issues, it could lead to the students attending less classes and having a higher chance of dropping out of school.
We should also consider the impact of Zoom on disabled students. Zoom benefits disabled students who have trouble learning in a physical classroom. Before the pandemic, many disabled students actually also wanted remote learning options, but administrators ignored these concerns. Schools only transitioned to Zoom during the pandemic because able-bodied students also needed it. This is an example of infrastructure inertia, which states that most practices are established only with a majority of users in mind. Overall, this sheds light on how the education system treats marginalized students.
In the landscape of higher education, the advent of video conferencing has also introduced both convenience and challenges. Beyond the technical aspects, the phenomenon of video conferencing fatigue among faculty underscores deeper social issues. Firstly, there's the issue of work-life balance. With the shift to online teaching, the boundaries between professional and personal life blur, leading to faculty feeling constantly tethered to their workstations. Secondly, there's the impact of social isolation. While technology enables communication, it often lacks the richness of face-to-face interaction. Faculty members often felt disconnected from their colleagues and students, leading to feelings of loneliness. Teachers face feelings of disconnectedness when teaching virtually since students either have their cameras turned off or only have their faces visible, with one teacher stating, "Lack of feedback, lack of nonverbal cues, gestures, facial expressions, all that is lost." Thirdly, there's existing technological inequalities. Not all faculty members have access to the same technological resources or support systems, widening the gap between those who can easily adapt to online teaching and those who struggle.
Ultimately, Zoom neither has a cyber dystopian nor cyber utopian effect on faculty. Instead, PhD researcher Dr. Mapungos concluded that Zoom necessitates reworked philosophies of teaching to prevent issues with digital fatigue, lecturer-student connectedness, and internet connectivity challenges. Thus, Zoom can be integrated positively into education by including faculty in significant decisions and training them to engage students with e-learning strategies regarding breakout rooms, a flipped classroom, and encouraging authentic learning activities.
Overall, as seen through Zoom's impact on student engagement, people of various socioeconomic backgrounds and disabilities, and a relationship between faculty and students, it is clear that video conferencing platforms are an example of technological determinism that we should keep in mind.